Hear me, Chris? Hold on. It should let you. How about now? Are you logged in? Hold on, let me see. Let me see. I'm gonna end stream and then redo it. Hold on. It should have let you.
こんにちは、光栄テクモゲームスチーム忍者の安田文彦です。今日は皆様にチーム忍者が長く大切にしてきたアクションシリーズの新情報を発表できる機会をいただけてとても嬉しく思います。早速ですが、こちらをご覧ください。
Let me stop screen sharing. Can you hear me now?
The abandoned Tokyo continues its struggle against chaos to this day.
Infiltrated the facility.
Hold on, let me see if I can.
Commencing mission.
Give me a second. Let me send the invite again. Leave and then let me send the invite again. Hold on.
No escape.
There we go.
This is it.
Now speak.
I'm speaking.
There we go.
You Hayabusa.
Yeah.
Alright, there we go.
Was this Ninja Gaiden?
I don't know.
Whatever your clan is plotting,
It might be.
it ends
They're only
here.
showing 4 games, though, they said.
That looks sweet though.
Yeah.
So you've come, Raven.
Back off, Hayabusa.
Yeah,
I
that's Ninja
will
Gaiden.
execute my mission.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hell yeah. This year? This year for sure.
世界中の町人の皆さん、10年以上大変お待たせしました。最強の忍者となり、容赦なく襲い来る敵に挑むハイスピードアクション忍者ガイデンのナンバリング最新作として忍者ガイデン4を発表させていただきました。本作はプラチナゲームズさんとの協業で開発を進めています。
You're playing as a new guy, though.
プラチナゲームズさんのアクションゲームというジャンルにおける実績は言うまでもなく、ベヨネッタやニアオートマタなど素晴らしいアクションタイトルを生み出してこられました。忍者ガイデン4というタイトルを10年以上の時を超えて新たに皆様にお届けするにあたり、より多くの方に新鮮な気持ちでプレイしていただけるよう、新たな世界を新主人公であるもう一人の町人ヤクモで冒険するという形で制作することにしました。先ほどご覧いただいた映像の中で竜ハヤブサも登場しておりましたが、彼は今回も物語に密接に関わってきます。なぜヤクモと戦うことになったのか、竜ハヤブサが戦う目的は何なのか、 本作の物語の中で展開していきます。
任務は必ず成し遂げる。邪魔をするな。
物語は黒竜がもたらした正気の雨によって荒廃した首都東京が舞台となっています。この雨は黒竜がまだ生きている証であり、雨が止まない限り東京に安寧は訪れません。本作の新主人公であり、ハヤブサと対をなすカラス一門に所属するヤクモが首都東京で黒竜を倒し、この世界を晴らすため戦いに身を投じます。
これまで忍者外伝シリーズで描かれてきたダークでハードな世界観は継承し、そこにさらに危機を感じさせる要素として呪いやより混沌とした景観のデザインを取り入れています。ステージプレイ中に街が呪いの影響を受け、ビルは崩れ、道は歪み、ヤクモをピンチに陥れることでしょう。舞台となる東京はとある出来事によって街全体が崩壊し、魔族やヤクモと敵対する勢力がひしめき合う状態になっており、環境全体がプレイヤーに牙を向くように感じられるはずです。前作より立体的に自由度の増した危険に満ちたステージを忍具やシリーズおなじみの体術など忍者アクションを駆使して乗り越えていくことになります。レールアクション、スイングアクションなどのダイナミックで爽快なシチュエーションを多く追加しました。これら以外にも様々なシチュエーションやチャレンジ、隠されたアイテムなどを用意しており、ステージが進むごとに上がっていくテンションにも驚いていただけると思います。
Are you there, Chris? I think I lost him.
新しい主人公のヤクモは竜ハヤブサに次ぐ新たな町人です。彼にはまだ若さも残っていますが、カラス一門を背負う天才忍者でもあり、忍者外伝シリーズにおける忍者の頂点、竜と肩を並べる次世代の町人たり得る人物としてデザインしています。そんなヤクモの前に立ちふさがるのは、荒れ果てた東京の治安維持組織であり、黒竜の封印を守る竜神島や現世に蔓延する人ならざる者妖魔、そしてもちろんシリーズおなじみの魔人も登場します。また現時点では公開していませんが、新たなキャラクターやシリーズファンの方に喜んでいただける人物も登場しますので、続報にご期待ください。
従来のシリーズからバトルスピードをさらに加速させ、目にも止まらぬスピードで敵との攻防を繰り広げることができます。さらにヤクモが使える新要素、結節忍術ヌエの型を駆使したダイナミックな攻撃によって、これまでから大きく進化した一対他の戦闘を可能にしました。ヌエの型ではこれまでの忍者外伝にはない広範囲かつ一撃必殺の攻撃となっており、多勢に無勢の状態が長く続く戦況を一気に覆すことができます。もちろん1対1の戦闘における比率も健在です。プレイヤー同様、敵もガードや回避をしてくるため、緊張感のあるフェアな戦闘を味わうことができます。敵の動きをしっかりと捉えながら、一瞬の隙を逃さずに攻撃を仕掛けていくことが重要です。ヌエの型によって忍者外伝のアクションの味わいにさらなる進化を感じられるかと思います。
特にアクションに関しては手触り、バランス調整など細部にわたり日々議論させていただき、会社の垣根を越えた密なやり取りをさせていただいています。本作の主人公であるヤクモは竜とは一味違うアクションを有していますが、その中でもしっかりと忍者外伝らしさを感じていただけると思います。例えばカラス、ヌエ、2つの型があるという点がヤクモの大きな特徴ですが、それらが持つ多彩な性能のアクションを用いて敵や状況ごとに使い分ける攻略の深みや滅却、絶技などを絡めた抑揚あるスピーディーな攻防などはもちろんヤクモでも健在です。
ヤクモと竜ハヤブサはそれぞれがかなり異なる個性的な遊び心地になっていますので、さまざまな戦闘バリエーションを楽しむことができるようになっています。ヤクモ そして竜はやぶさの双方で飛燕、伊豆直しなどシリーズおなじみのアクションも駆使しつつ新アクションを織り交ぜた新しい忍者ガイデンにご期待ください。忍者ガイデンシリーズに色濃く残っている歯ごたえやグレードの高いアクション体験の継承、さらに我々プラチナゲームズの特徴であるスピーディーなアクションやダイナミックな演出も取り入れ、進化した正当続編を作り上げるべく総力を挙げて開発を進めております。
容赦ない敵とのいかなる攻防にもフェアに戦える手触りをヤクモでも目指しています。皆様に進化した忍者ガイデンを触っていただける日を楽しみにしています。
シリーズファンはもちろんのこと、忍者ガイデンを初めてプレイする方でも
Did they say all
存分に
games
楽
are
しめ
showing
る
today or
作品に
coming
なっ
out
ており
this
ます
year?
ので、ぜひ発売をお待ちください。
長年にわ
So
たって
the other
プラ
games,
チナゲー
I
ム
bet
ズさん
they
と
show
共
within
に
our.
まさに忍者のように
I
潜
know
んで
Doom's
忍者
being
ガイデン
shown.
4の開発を進
I
めて
think
きま
that's
した
coming
が
out in May.
ついに発表するこ
And
とが
then
できて非
Fable
常に嬉しく思います。
and
2025年秋に本作を皆様にお届けできるのを楽しみにしています。
Dark
続報にもぜひご期待ください。
Because they only said they were showing
okay.
4 games, right? Yeah.
さて本日お伝えしたい発表はそれだけではありません。
Bayonetta
こちらを
4.
ご覧ください。
Here's the collector's edition. Woo, different company.
Collector's
Hello.
edition with all the originals?
No, it's a different game. Oh.
Oh,
Oh, Ninja Gaiden remasters?
that would be nice.
That's the original Ninja Gaiden.
That would be nice.
Damn, yeah, we're getting full-on remasters. It might just be of the first game, but I'm hoping it's of the first 3.
That's badass.
Damn.
My path leads through the land of the dead.
Oh, that's sweet.
Thus the sun sets on the Dragon Ninja bloodline.
That's sweet.
Genshin, go back to hell.
All paths before me are cruel and arduous. Our time
The Arbiter.
What is it?
2? Ninja Gaiden 2 remaster?
Ninja
Ninja
Gaiden.
Gaiden 2. Ninja Gaiden Black 2, yeah.
忍者ガイデン2のオリジナル版は2008年に Xbox360 で発売し、バイオレンスな表現とハイスピードなバトルを皆様にお楽しみいただいた作品です。今作忍者ガイデン2ブラックではオリジナル版の表現に立ち戻り、アンリアルエンジン5を用いてグラフィックを大幅に刷新、忍者ガイデン2の完全版として開発いたしました。美麗なグラフィックでお楽しみいただけるのはもちろん、竜はやぶさに加え綾音、もみじ、レイチェルもプレイブルキャラクターとして登場します。そして本作は本日コンソール、PC、そして
Let's go!
Oh, it's out now.
す
Damn.
ぐに発売となります。
Let's go!
Big.
忍者ガイデンシリーズを長年応援いただいている皆様はもちろんのこと、本日忍者ガイデンを知っていただいた皆様も忍者ガイデン4の発売前にぜひ本作をお楽しみください。
That is a dub, Chris.
I wish it was all 3
今
games
年はチー
though.
ム忍者創立30周年の節目であり、本日発表させていただいた忍者ガイデン4を含め2025年は忍者の年、イヤーオブザ忍者となります。ぜひ忍者ガイデンシリーズの展開にご注目ください。本日はありがとうございました。
That is a dub.
Damn. Oh,
Play today.
I completely forgot about this game.
I actually want to see this game.
I love the art style.
I actually want to play this game.
I kind of do too.
This could be game of the year level, maybe.
Hi, and welcome to Compulsion Games here in Montreal, Canada. At our
You know,
studio,
Chris-
we care about world building.
Okay.
Where we treat the setting almost like a character of its own. From the magical noir of contrast to the alternate history of We Happy Few, we draw inspiration from the
Oh.
landscape to shape
That
mood,
looks
drama, and
sweet.
intrigue.
Oh,
For South of Midnight, our third-person action-adventure game, the story and characters bring a folkloric Deep South to life. This gave us a chance to explore Southern Gothic themes with a dark fantasy twist. So while our protagonist Hazel is at the forefront of our story, it's the macabre elements and larger-than-life creatures that will leave a mark on her journey and growth.
It is really picking up out there. Did you pack everything?
Mama, this ain't my first hurricane. I know what to do.
As long as you didn't forget the
Flashlights and batteries.
Oh, shoot, we got 5 minutes. Let's go.
Won't be rushed if you didn't.
Don't mumble. Speak on it.
I said we wouldn't be rushed if you didn't waste all that time at the shelter.
Now, you want to bring this up right now.
I'm just saying.
Hazel, please.
We might need some help. I might need some help. While you're out helping everybody else.
Hazel!
Hazel may start her journey as a typical 19-year-old, but disastrous events will push her into a darkly magical world where she'll learn who she really is and how to tap into weaving, an ancient magical power that redefines her trajectory in life.
The land itself chooses Hazel as a weaver. Someone who can see beyond the surface and tap into a deeper reality, the grand tapestry. Weavers can see the fabric binding our world, connecting people, nature, and echoes of the past.
Keep those hands to yourself.
Hazel can perceive both the mystical strands and stigmas in the world. Through her newfound power, she reweaves these stigmas and mends the afflicted creatures she encounters.
As Hazel discovers her power, the world gradually
What you
shifts
munching on,
into
Chris?
the surreal,
Chili.
revealing that creatures from
Chili?
old folktales
Yeah.
actually exist.
Nice, man. Nice.
You up here, my salvation.
Among them is good old Catfish, the storyteller who becomes both the guide and companion to Hazel across the game.
It ain't every day I hear about a new weaver such as yourself. Would you kindly do your weavy thing and help me now?
Meeting Catfish marks the true beginning of Hazel's journey. All of Hazel's arsenal and powers are designed around textile crafting and traditional spinning wheels. Her weapons include a spindle, 2 weaving hooks, and a distaff. Her magic abilities manifest with supernatural lace-like patterns, blending the traditional craft with mystical elements. Hazel engages with the world through a variety of movement abilities. Those abilities also help Hazel progress on a journey.
As her journey unfolds,
Okay.
Hazel will master new weaving abilities, using them to traverse the world, conjure objects, and confront adversaries.
Combat is about understanding and adapting to different enemy archetypes known as Aints, the manifestations of corruption Hazel encounters.
These haints trap Hazel in combat until she unravels them, destroying them in the process.
Each Aint has its own unique moveset, strengths, and weaknesses that you'll need to learn and adapt to. For example, the slug burrows on the ground and unleashes devastating strikes from afar, while the Ravager closes the distance with chilling speed. Hazel can counter these threats with agile melee abilities to execute powerful combos, jump attacks, and charge attacks. But close combat is risky and can backfire because Aints have powerful defensive abilities. Mastering your magical skills becomes the key to gaining the upper hand in combat. Push, pull, and weave are some of the spells at your disposal that give you a tactical advantage during a fight. Timing is everything. Pull distant enemies close to start melee combos,
Might have to
push them
download
back to
Educated on my
interrupt and
computer.
stun their attack. Then press the advantage with follow-up strikes.
And play it, you know what I mean?
Interact uniquely with
I don't know
each
how I
enemy
feel
type,
about
creating
combat of
dynamic
this.
combat scenarios.
Me either.
Especially when facing multiple types of opponents at the same time.
The story might be
Once near
interesting, but I
death,
don't feel like
Yeah, I
enemies can
still
be
really
unraveled,
dig the art
breaking
style.
their core and
Story's
setting them
possibly
free
pretty
of
good,
their
but
corruption, which has the added benefit
yeah, I don't know
of
if I'm
providing
sold on
helpers
this
and
either.
reducing ability cooldowns. If you play your combos right, you can enhance Hazel's combat readiness and keep on chaining her abilities. As Hazel progresses in the game, she unlocks new moves and improved abilities, and you'll have to decide which areas to prioritize. The upgrades will change how you approach combat, like enhancing area of effect attacks.
It's just the
upgrade-
combat.
the up-
It's just the
yeah.
combat. I'm like,
Push
I
and
don't
pull
know.
skills to improve precision and make them feel more rewarding. The combat system is fast and responsive.
I
Built
still
around
think this
chaining
has an
attacks,
opportunity for
landing
Game of the
precise
Award.
strikes and unraveling
Game of the Year
enemies.
award. They got at least
You
a
mind if I take a
nominee.
look around? You can see every place old Molly terrorized
story
and
and the
more.
art.
Now for the low price of $1.
In Hazel's search for her mother, you'll explore multiple regions, each ruled by a mythical creature with their own Southern Gothic history. You'll gradually uncover the backstories of these beings, once human or animal, who were transformed by tragedy, their secrets waiting to be discovered. As a weaver, Hazel heals these creatures by collecting fragments of haunted memories. We call these echoes, which reveal each creature's
That's
past.
cool.
Hazel must experience these echoes before she can mend them.
What kind of person would do that to someone?
Hopefully it's not repetitive
We
though. That's all
designed
you're
each
doing.
region to reflect the creature that's been doomed to wander it. From the atmospheric environment to unique music themes composed for each one. While not all encounters lead to direct combat, Hazel will need to face mythical creatures in epic confrontation before she can heal them.
I wonder when we
Our
can
boss
play this.
encounters and gameplay sequences also
I feel like
reflects
it's
the
gonna be a summer
uniqueness
release.
of each creature,
Right.
with distinct mechanics that
Because
center
I know
around
Doom's
a
coming out
specific
in May.
event.
And they probably don't want
These
to put anything
encounters
close
feature
to
multiple
that.
phases that ramp up in complexity.
Oh, the music.
As encounters
Hell
progress,
yeah.
The
Yeah,
musical
yeah.
theme builds up, cranking the tension alongside the fight. Whether it's Two-Toed Tom or hugging Molly, each of these larger-than-life creatures is inspired by Southern folklore and lead to climactic
This
battles.
actually looks big, Chris.
We got a long journey ahead.
South of Midnight unfolds as a hero's journey, and as Hazel, you'll travel through a tapestry of Southern-inspired landscapes. From abysmal swamps to flooded farmlands to the Appalachian peaks. In our magical South, decaying buildings reclaimed by nature stand moments away from a hungry Rugaloo. And as Hazel delves deeper, reality bends ever more toward the fantastical.
The history, landscape, and folklore of the American Deep South fill our world, and our team has infused the game with thoughtful details and environmental storytelling, like our bottle trees and haint blue porches, which are said to ward off evil spirits. The way to the past emerges as central themes, which you can see through old abandoned buildings and businesses struggling to survive. As you explore, you'll meet locals who stayed behind even in the face of a hurricane.
So I'm the last person left here. All those damn haints. This part of the river's filthy with them.
Artistically, we're staying true to our moody compulsion signature style. But this time, we're using a handcrafted approach inspired by stop-motion animation, which allows our team to bring a distinct personality and tone into every prop and character. Because this folklore is open to visual interpretation, we embrace the freedom to reimagine these creatures and their stories, to adapt how they look, and to craft our own version of a fantastical Deep South.
At Compulsion Games, we love to craft around central themes. We are lucky to have talent across all our disciplines that collaborate to give South of Midnight such a unique personality. We hope you enjoyed this deep dive into South of Midnight. We're thrilled to announce that the game will launch on April 8th, and pre-orders are now available on Xbox and Steam.
On Game Pass, though.
Yeah, it's a lot sooner. Well, yeah, all of them are going to Game Pass.
Yes, sir.
All right, and with Doom.
Simple.
It's that's the studio. It's like this number game, I think. This is the game I think it is. I wasn't super into when they showcased it or they announced it.
Bonjour everyone. We are Sunfall Interactive and welcome to our manor.
That's a beautiful manor.
It's like a
We are
card
a small studio
game type thing, I
based in
think.
Montpellier, France, working on our first game, Clair Obscur Expedition 33.
No.
Oh, this
It's
one.
a turn-based RPG
Yeah.
set in a fantasy version of late 19th century Belle Epoque France.
Here we
That does look sick though.
Our grand adventure in game development actually started as a solo passion project. I wanted to create something like the JRPGs with turn-based combat I grew up with and loved, but that fully leveraged the latest tech, refreshed the genre with new features, and took place in a compelling
That
world.
does look sick though, Chris. You can't
I knew
deny
I
it.
needed help to realize my dream. First, I turned
Maybe
to a
not the
programmer
gameplay,
I
but
knew would
definitely
get
the
it.
graphics.
Guillaume and I started trading ideas right away, and that quickly turned into trading files back and forth. Soon, I was creating the first prototypes of the reactive turn-based system, combining real-time offense and defense element, and a cinematic battle camera system.
Are they fighting
Things really
corruption
clicked when
again?
we tested the first version of those features. We felt we had something both challenging and fun.
As Tom and I went back and forth and iterated on game elements, a vision started to come together, and I shared it with an old friend from university.
Guillaume and I are both passionate gamers, and when he described the project, I quit my job the following week and joined the team without hesitation. Because I believe that in video games, success always starts
What, this
with
game?
a strong creative
No, the last
vision.
game.
And
Oh,
we
South
had
of
that
Midnight? That's
defined
cool.
by
Yeah.
3 core elements. A story with great emotional
I
depth,
might have to delete all my games.
gameplay that innovates on the classics we love, and a world that is completely original, beautiful, and immersive. We founded Central Interactive on these tenets. A group of friends with a shared vision and the drive to make something
Is
great.
it co-op though?
I wouldn't think so since it's turn-based.
Your legacy.
Core to every great RPG is a compelling story. And Guillaume and I spent 4 years intensively developing and refining ours. And that started with the hook. 67 years ago, a massive slumbering paintress and a monolith appeared with no warning. Once a year, the paintress wakes and paints a number on her monolith, and everyone who has passed that age is erased. Every year, that number ticks down, and everyone dies younger and younger. Expeditions depart to kill the paintress, determined to fight until their final breath, but none have ever returned. Our story follows Expedition 33.
Okay, that is a good hook. That's a very good hook. Huh.
Expeditioners, we honor your dedication.
Guillaume and I knew early on that we didn't want to focus on good versus evil.
But what if
What's
the painter
interesting to
doesn't even
us are people
exist?
who, yes, are flawed, but who care deeply about each other. And conflicts arise because they have different perspectives on what needs to be done.
I'm sorry about earlier.
We wanted our story to feel dark and mature, with adult characters who feel like real people with real experiences.
I'm always missing something that everyone else just gets.
The heart of the story is about overcoming an existential threat while struggling with loss and grief. And it's rooted in the characters' relationships, both to each other and to themselves.
What are we gonna do, huh? Tell me. What are we gonna do?
In a world like this, how does one stay hopeful or make peace with their fate? What duty do we owe to each other or to ourselves? These questions are deeply personal to me, and they permeate the story behind the story.
Know that Lumiere fights with you. Tomorrow comes Expedition 33.
The characters all have their own motivations and perspectives. Gustave and Lune are deeply invested in the expedition, even if they fight all the time. To them, the mission is tied not only to their family, it's central to their identity and purpose.
Protocol doesn't cover every contingency. You know that.
Contrast that with Ciel, whose darkest days have already happened.
What are the stars whispering to you? Actually, I'm the one whispering to them. It's something my dad and I used to do.
And Maëlle, who cares more about really living her life, not just living longer.
Gustav, are you real?
It's not all dark, though. Along the way, they meet various colorful NPCs and recruit Monoko, who is a friendly but kinda bloodthirsty philosopher and a fully playable character. He has a really cool battle mechanic where he can turn into the
That's my guy.
enemies he defeats.
That's my guy. Good.
What are you doing?
Dib.
Foot! Aha!
What
He's
the?
very, very old and has seen many
Oh, that's
expeditions
too
come
sick.
and go. He is a Jest Troll, which are a group of playful beings who view battle as a form of meditation.
Well, the gameplay
They're
looks a
fun
little
and
rough,
sort of
but it
ridiculous.
looks
you'll meet Monoko and many other gestrals across the game.
Bonjour.
And of course, there is Eskier, who is one of the oldest and lore-wise the most powerful creatures in the
This is
verse.
strongly French game. Is everyone
that powerful?
Is everyone gonna be French in this
Will be
game?
your mount and help you travel to secret corners of the world.
So this is just
If you
Xbox's
bring
Final
him back his
Fantasy.
special stones, you can unlock abilities for him to access new areas of the world and find exciting secrets.
I'm strong, but I'm not.
I would reckon out of the
Everyone
games
has
we've
their
seen so
own
far,
reason
it's not.
for joining
You
the
know,
expedition.
I'd say
and
this
each
is
of
more
them
likely
has
to be
their own
game
story
of
arc
the year
and
contender
resolution
over
that we
South of
think
Midnight.
players will really connect with.
That's fair.
In addition to a strong narrative, we had a clear vision for
Now,
our own take on
truthfully,
the genre's core
out of
gameplay.
these four,
Our reactive turn-based
I'm
system
fairly
takes the
certain
traditional
Doom's gonna
turn-based
be the
battle
one
mechanic we
nominated
love
for
and
Game
adds
of the Year.
real-time reaction,
If they were to take a second one,
which gives combat greater intensity
guess
and dynamism. During enemy turns, you can negate all damage by dodging or parrying at the right time. But balancing turn-based with real-time mechanics took a long time to get right. During initial playtests, turn-based players often found the real-time elements too hard. Some of us are still traumatized by enemies from back then. We've done a lot of rebalancing since, and with a lot of iteration, we ultimately came up with a formula that we're proud of. Players who are good at real-time can take more risks, and others can counterbalance with items and strategies. A big part of that formula lies in the many ways you can customize your character. We spend a lot of time designing each character's unique mechanics and their custom skill trees. Our philosophy is making every type of playstyle viable so that everyone can have fun with how they play the game. Each character has a unique mechanic. Mel switches between stances which can alternately boost defense or power. I personally like to make Mel the protector of the group, but I'm pretty much the only one at the studio who plays her that way. Most people play her as a glass cannon with Gustav's complementary skills. The characters can also equip hundreds of passive effects, which in our game are called Lumina. Every character has more than 20 unique skills in their skill tree and hundreds of passive effects they can gain through Lumina and weapons. So there are a ton of builds and playstyle to explore. Needless to say, we can't wait to see how you choose to play and what kinds of build you'll design that we probably never even imagined.
Our story is set in the French fantasy world, and I was really excited to design something unique. Every level has its own color and texture identity. For example, the Gestral Village is an early area in the game where players can enjoy a fun break. We wanted something that feels chaotic, grungy, and toy-like. It's basically a bazaar. Everything's disorganized, chaos everywhere, huts are unsafe, built without much thought. It's a place where anyone could fight you at any point, which is pretty much what the Gestrals are like. The Gestral Village is hidden inside the ancient sanctuary. The ideas here were forest, labyrinth, and sentinels. I designed it as a vibrant place, like an old graveyard of Gestrals, or forgotten wooden toys in a box, with two main colors, red and white. I wanted to make it feel cozy, hidden from danger, with traps and labyrinths in case enemies get in. Same process with the characters. Monoko came in a single concept. I thought of a monkey-like body, white fur with a black and red flat mask.
Ladies, could I?
Ow!
Definitely a Gestral.
For Eske, we needed a cuddly companion to take us around the world. I thought instantly of a giant inflatable balloon and old Victorian pillows with many intricate motifs. We start with the core themes and ideas, and the visuals grow organically from there.
From the very start of the project, there was one thing that we absolutely wanted to bring back from older JRPGs. A feature we really loved, but is very rare these days. A completely 3D and navigable world map. Yes, we've got a world map. And it was a real challenge to create both artistically and technically. And it ended up
well, I mean,
bigger than expected.
it's how
You'll
Final Fantasy
definitely
World
need
Maps used
SK's
to work,
help
but
traveling around.
it's just a funny thing
We're
to
super
brag
happy with the
about, I
result,
guess.
though. as there's a lot of side paths and entire hidden levels. If you want to fight the toughest bosses of the game, you will have to explore. Good luck.
Okay.
We've poured our hearts and souls into this game for the past 4 years.
I mean,
That's why
cool, but
we're delighted to announce that Expedition 33 launches on April 24th on Xbox Series X and S and is available day one
games in the
with
same
Xbox
month.
Game Pass.
Jeez.
You can already wish the game and follow us for more info.
Let's go!
We are super excited to invite you into the world of Expedition 33. We are a small, passionate team.
Damn,
it's our
that means our
game,
fall is going to
and
be
we can't
stacked
wait
with
for you to
Fable,
discover our
Ninja
story,
Gaiden 4,
our world, and our take on the
Perfect Dark.
Yes, sir.
On behalf of everyone at Sunfall, thank you for joining us. Tomorrow comes.
Demain viendra.
Tomorrow comes.
Demain viendra.
Demain viendra.
Speak English, damn it.
Comes.
Thank you. Damn. Cool. No. Alright. Now show me the thing I came
for. Let's go, Chris. Ah, yes. The metal music.
Hello, and welcome to Dallas, Texas, home of id Software, where more than 30 years ago, a small team of game developers helped define and set a course for first-person shooters. A lot has changed since then, but our team is as passionate as ever. And the most important values at the core of our games, innovation, craftsmanship, and performance, remain a priority for us to this day.
And as you're about to see, those values are infused in every aspect of this latest installment in the legendary Doom franchise. It is an honor to work on this game, to carry on id's tradition of creating all-out, groundbreaking levels of fun.
So now, we're excited to share with you a look at our most ambitious game yet. This is Doom: The Dark Ages.
That was so stupid I mouthed the words.
Oh, Chris.
Yeah, game of the year, so I can say. So I can say.
It's just Cinemag. We gotta see the gameplay. Gotta see the gameplay.
In Doom: The Dark Ages, you will feel like the superweapon in the center of a medieval war against hell. Set in a cinematic sci-fi fantasy world full of locations to explore, powerful weapons to unlock, and enemies to conquer. This is a prequel to Doom 2016, and that's given us the opportunity to reimagine every aspect of this experience. So if you're new to the franchise, then Doom: The Dark Ages will be the perfect entry point into the series. And if you're a longtime fan, then you'll be proud to see, in a lot of ways, the feel of the game is really a return to form. So let's break it down, starting with the combat. In Doom Eternal, you felt like a fighter jet. In Doom: The Dark Ages, you'll be an iron tank. Heavy, strong, but still fast. A grounded combat system with an emphasis on power over the acrobatics of Doom Eternal. And a balance between enemy projectiles and player movement speed that makes strafing to aim viable again, just like in the classic Doom games. But it's not all about nostalgia. Innovation is the goal, always. And so for Doom: The Dark Ages, it's an all-new world with new tools and new mechanics to master. Let me introduce you to the Shield Saw.
Heck yeah!
Throw. Parry. Deflect.
Heck yeah, Chris.
All from one input. It's contextual, tons of depth on a single button press. You know, we want every Doom game to stand on its own as a unique experience. So in 2016, we asked you to run and gun. In Doom Eternal, it was jump and shoot. And in Doom: The Dark Ages, you're gonna stand and fight. And the Shield Saw will give you the strength to go head-to-head with some of the biggest, baddest demons we've ever created at id. But that's not all. Because if you're gonna stand and fight, then you gotta have something to follow up that opening parry with. How about an iron flail? Or maybe an electrified gauntlet? Or even a doom-spiked mace? That's right, we have melee options that are part of a melee system. All on one input, complete with combos and upgrades. And it's totally awesome. And you can finish off the demons now with an all-new, unsynced, completely in the player's control glory kill system. From any angle, in and out, as you see fit. And it feels amazing. You'll feel unstoppable smashing your way through the horde with total freedom. And that seems like a ton, but that's just 2 inputs. We got one more really important button that we haven't talked about yet. The trigger.
R1? Oh. That's fair.
That's right.
Skull Crusher.
Doom has and always will be all about the guns. And Dark Ages has some of the most ridiculously powerful weapons that we've ever created. Mean. Ancient. Brutal torture machines built to butcher, impale, and shred the minions of hell with. Only in Doom. That's the mission statement for the design of these never-before-seen, insanely fun-to-use tools of mayhem that only the Slayer has the power to wield. So let's take a look at some extended gameplay footage and see how these medieval mechanics synergize with the enemies and the environments to form the new combat loop for Doom: The Dark Ages.
Yeah. Oh, I buried that bitch. Welcome. Oh, whoa. Bury the green. Yeah, I get it. I understand it.
Oh, fuck. And under the hood, for the first time in an id game, we've made our combat more approachable and flexible than ever before, with a new difficulty system and sliders that will allow players to tune the speed and challenge of the game to whatever fits them best. You can slow things down or speed them up. It's a Doom for all Slayers.
And the gameplay doesn't end with just the Slayer. We finally have for you, you've been waiting for 2 games now, to get in and pilot your very own 30-story Atlan, which is a mech. It's the size of a building. It's powerful. You can beat giant Titan-sized demons to death with your gauntlet. And if that wasn't enough, we also have for you your very own fire-breathing, Gatling gun-toting cybernetic dragon. Neither of these are one-and-done features either. They have a full suite of abilities and even mini-bosses. The spectacle is epic. The Power Fantasy is unlike anything we've made it in. And the combat systems behind these features are deep and tons of fun.
Oh, fuck. And that guy's a Gatling gun.
We know that fans of single-player action games expect more than just great combat to pull them through the experience. So we're excited to share with you not just the gunplay, but the world of Doom: The Dark Ages. Your hero's journey will take you to the far reaches of the Doom universe. Mysterious worlds from the Slayer's past, dark forests, dungeons, ancient hellscapes, battlefields, and worlds beyond. And through exploration, you'll be unlocking new abilities and godlike powers every step of the way. Now armed with your trusty shield saw, you're gonna cut, leap, and smash your way through environments full of secrets and treasures. There's always something new waiting to be discovered or destroyed. Now let's take a closer look at just one of the many missions you'll experience in Doom: The Dark Ages. In this level, you will meet the enemy at the gates and save a city from certain destruction. Explore the medieval battlefield outside the castle walls. seeking out targets and enemy formations along the way to engage with as you see fit, with any gun you choose. Explore what is the largest play space ever in a Doom game, discovering secret caves and dungeon-like mines in search of vital resources. You control the pace of the game. Where you go, who you fight, and the objectives you pursue. It's a Doom sandbox full of war and riches. Once you've broken the enemy assault, head back to the main gates, because the battle isn't over yet.
We're on some side dude stuff right now, my friend.
And the soundtrack to your epic adventures will be composed by the award-winning team at Finishing Move, providing you with a metal soundscape that's loaded with guitars, medieval vibes, and pure adrenaline. You'll feel like you're expanding the legend of the Slayer with every mission you complete. And speaking of that legend, the story of Doom the Dark Ages, like everything else in the game, is big. It's a summer blockbuster event with everything on the line, and you are the star of the show. Your power is coveted by your enemies and withheld from your allies. With the Slayer imprisoned at the start of our story, the balance of power between good and evil is shifting, and time is running out. It's a new story and the perfect entry point for new players. It's easier to access now as we've taken the narrative out of the codex and into the cutscenes, featuring new characters, old allies, and powerful new villains. And for returning players, it leads directly into the Doom 2016 Slayer's Testaments. It's an action story worthy of the Slayer's legend.
We've got 10 years of making modern Doom games together, and we've done better with every game we've made.
The hope with all this, the goal, is to give players an experience that's as fun to
Guys,
play
I think you're being
as it
followed.
was to make. And make something that's good enough to become the best game id has ever made.
But that is for you to decide. When Doom the Dark Ages releases...
Guys, behind you. Whoa, shit. Yep, dodge it. Man.
Gamepad.
That's like 3 games within a month.
Heck yeah.
Damn.
One more? One more?
Stacked. That would be cool, but I doubt it. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. But heck yeah.
This is so like
You will feel like the superweapon in the center of a medieval war against hell.
All of Hazel's powers are designed around textile crafting and spinning.
Yeah, we're not gonna get
The
anything
combat system is built around
too crazy
chaining
again
attacks
till
and unraveling enemies.
E3's decent.
Our reactive turn-based system has a real-time reaction, which gives combat greater intensity and dynamism.
忍具やシリーズおなじみの怪術など忍者アクションを駆使して乗り越えていくことになります。
皆様に進化した忍者ガイデンを触っていただける日を楽しみにしています。
Let's go, Chris.
First wait.
You still gonna cancel Game
Pretty
Pass?
sweet. Pretty sweet. Yeah. I don't have a modern Xbox to actually play any of this
Still
stuff.
getting on PC though.
Yeah, but my PC probably won't be able to run it either.
Dang.
Well,
All right. What do you think? Final thoughts.
I was a bit surprised of how good everything looked compared to my expectations weren't very high. I knew Doom would be great, but South of Midnight, I promised to it. And then Expedition 33 was a lot better than I thought it was going to be.
Right.
And then Ninja Gaiden 4 is Ninja Gaiden 4. I mean, it's also something to be excited about. But I did notice, I would say, I think half of that lineup, though, is not Xbox exclusive.
That is true.
The two bigger games are not exclusive.
That is true. But they are in Game Pass. And that's revenue. And more people will buy. The Game Pass.
Yeah. Well, I've got PS5, so I'll probably do the Gaiden and Dark Ages on there.
That's fair.
Plus, I can get the sweet platinums for them.
That is fair.
Can't get no platinum on an Xbox. They never put something like that in place, those silly gooses. But yeah, I'll probably give it like a 6 out of 10 presentation.
That's fair. I'd say an 8.
But yeah. Oh man.
I'm with you.
Not bad though. I'm glad Xbox has stuff coming up. Finally.
Right.
Pretty. I would say. Did they have anything else last year besides Indiana Jones?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. So
Indy might be up there with Game of the Year.
It might have been nominated.
Next year.
Because it would have qualified for this past Game Awards,
No,
I think.
It would
maybe
qualify for this year's.
Ooh, yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Yeah, so Xbox then technically has a pretty stacked year. Surprisingly, I think like starting from Indiana Jones, it'd be like about 7 games, I think, and at least 1 or 2 of them potentially being Game of the Year if they follow through on their promises. So that's dope.
That? There we go. All right. Good show. Good show.
Good show. Until the next one, Jolly
Yes,
good sir.
All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. As always, stay derpy, my friends. Check me out on the 2-Time Ninja Show, and make sure you leave a like and press that sub button. Till next time, stay derpy, my friends.